Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the Classic Institute. This is our first live session of job-oriented training for IT aspirants. So let's go through these training certifications. So first is who should go for this training? So for whom it has been designed. So individuals who have completed your BTech, BSc, BCA, or you are a postgraduate, and also for the final year students who are in their final year or final semester, they can make the most of this training. Next, that next question that can come up in the mind is why job-oriented training? The demand of the skilled software developers is very high, but the supply of skilled developers is very low. And also in the universities, the academic education is incomplete and obsolete. They fail to impart the proper skills. So that's why we provide a strong foundation in practical skills through this training that is required in the industry. So Praveer has asked a question, is practical covered here? Definitely yes, Praveer. We do cover the practical skill as well. So next question that comes up in mind, why one should go for TriSec? So TriSec is a corporate-led adventure that aims at transforming the professional education. It's a short durational training that is 6 weeks. So it promises that after 6 weeks, you'll be able to notice the difference in your quality of the professionalism. And also it is successful because through this program, hundreds of students across India have been placed in IT industry like Infosys, Accenture, LG, Jabong, and many other industries. Yes, definitely. So during the 6 weeks and after the 6 weeks, you'll be having our full support. So everything, every class material, every live class or recordings will be accessible to you. Is it clear? So next is our classes. These are corporate-led interactive classes by our faculties who are from IT industries like IIT, IBM, Cognizant. And the schedule for the classes, we have 2 slots. You can choose from 2 slots, weekdays and weekends. In weekends, you have Saturday and Sunday, and in weekdays, classes will be scheduled twice per week. Okay? Praveer has asked a question, what if I miss a class? So if you miss a class by chance, so you can join in another batch, you can attend the class in another batch as well, and you can also watch the recordings. Okay? So next is our virtual labs. To practice the skills, we provide you a fully interactive virtual environment. This work that we call as virtual labs. So it includes a set of MCQs and practice questions with the real-time assessment and feedback. And also the best part is that your work will be saved in your profile. So whenever you want to have a look back on your work, you can easily check that out. You can see the link. You see the link virtual labs. Okay. There you will be having sections of MCQ and practice. You can see right away. Okay. You can check that right now as well. So in addition to the live class and the classes, we are providing you the practical skills environment as well, where you can practice your questions. Okay. So if you want to check out, you can check out right away. Okay. Okay, Rohan? Now it's pretty natural that you might get stuck up in practice. Okay, so while you are practicing the questions, you might get stuck up. So we provide you help as well. So we have our expert mentors to solve your queries, and round the clock access is provided to you. You can, if you have any queries anytime, our expert mentors will try to help you and will guide you through. Okay. Next, let's have a detailed of our curriculum. So our curriculum has 4 sections. That first is fundamental programming. That covers all the fundamental concepts. It includes data types, variables, operators, conditional statements, loops, strings, and arrays. Second section is the object-oriented programming, where we cover object classes, inheritance, abstract classes, interfaces, packages, vectors. Our third section is advanced programming. So all the advanced data structures, collection frameworks, exception handling will be covered in this particular section. Next we have the job preparation. So we provide you 2 weeks job preparation phase as well, where you're going to learn how to write a resume and also mock interviews to get yourself prepared for the job, and feedback will be given to improve yourself as well. Okay. So I guess these specifications are pretty clear to you. So let's start with our first class, and in this class we're going to study about the fundamental concepts. First, how to write a Java program, basic Java program, and few of the data types that we use in Java. So before heading towards the Java program, can anybody tell me what is a program? What do you understand by the term program? Can anybody tell me? Praveer, Rohan, Diksha, Shivangi, Vivek, Mohit. Okay. So from Rohan and Vivek, we have answer as set of instructions. So is it just set of instructions? Okay. So Vivek has given answer as set of instructions to perform a particular task. Okay. Set of instructions to perform a specific task. So we have more answer as well. So Diksha has said that we give inputs, certain inputs to get some output. Yeah, completely right. So we actually produce some desired output based on certain inputs, right? I hope this definition is quite clear to everyone. So let's see our first Java program. And we'll go through each of the line one by one. So as you can see, I have written a short program. This is called a Hello World program. Okay, so we'll go through the line, each line one by one. So as you can see, we have public class first program as the first line. Okay, so here class is the word that is written to create a class. Okay, Java is class oriented. That means everything should be written inside a class. So first of all, you have to create a class, and to create a class, you have to use the class word over here. That is a predefined class, predefined word. Okay. And first program, can anybody tell me what is the first program? Do you have any idea about it? Exactly. So Shivangi has said that it's a class name. Exactly, it is a class name. Okay, so whenever you create a class, you have to give a class name. So we have some naming conventions as well. Okay, like in the first program, if we look, there should not be any space between the class name. Okay, so if I write this way, this will be invalid. I can have underscore. Underscore is the only special character that we can use in naming convention. Okay, we can have numeral values as well. So we can have underscore at the beginning, but there should not be any numeral in the beginning. This is also invalid. So we cannot have space in between the class name, and we cannot have numerals at the beginning of the class. Okay. And also Java is case sensitive. Can anybody tell me exactly? So let me get to the point. Rohan has also asked the question that if I have two names with different cases, okay, are they different? Of course they are different. Okay, so here also if I have my class name as first program and if I write it as with the capital S, these are two different classes. Okay, right? And Shivangi has asked the question, what is public? Public is a specifier, okay, access specifier that allows my code to be used to be accessed anywhere. Okay, so suppose I have a program that has a long, lengthy lines of code. So I want my code to be publicly accessed, so I'll write it public. Okay, I hope this is clear to you, Rohan and Shivangi. Okay, so our next line, so for now, I'm taking my class name as first program with the capital S. Let's carry on with this only. Okay, my second statement is public static void main string args. Okay, so main here is the method, it's the entry level of the program. That means whenever my program executes, this will be the first method that will be executed. Okay, so suppose my program can have multiple classes as well. So the class with the main will be executed first. Okay, public is already clear to you, right? Void here means, in English we usually say that void means null, nothing. No, we cannot have two names. There should only be one name. Okay. So we can only have one main in our whole program. Even if we have more than one class, we will only have only one main. Okay. So let's see the output statement, what we have written over here. So we have system.out.println hello world. So can anybody tell me what might this statement will do? String, okay, Diksha has asked a question related to the main method. We have written string args. Okay, so string args are command line arguments. So Java is actually platform independent language. Okay, so I can run it on Linux as well. I can run it on Unix as well. So string, it's because when we actually command line arguments are given on the CD form. Okay, they're on the DOS given. So we actually give the arguments in English format. Okay, this is the reason why we actually treat them strings. Okay, Shwangi. So as we were going through the system.out.println hello world, well, this particular syntax, just keep that in mind, is already predefined. Okay, and we'll talk about it later as well. We'll discuss it the main method in detail. So for now, just keep that in mind that this particular method is compulsory to write. Okay. If I am not going to have main, my program will compile, but it will not run. Okay. So there might be some issues that we're going to study later in the classes. Okay, Diksha? So next statement that we were going through was system.out.println. Have you heard of this statement ever before? Can you guess the functionality of this particular statement? Just a guess? Yeah, exactly. Like Diksha has compared it with the printf in C. So in C, printf actually prints the content on the screen. So here system.out.println will going to print the content that is enclosed in the double quotes, okay, on the screen. So what will be the output in this case? Can anybody tell me? What output will I get? So Diksha has given an answer that is hello world. Right. Okay. So here also just do take care of the case. As I have hello world with the capital H and capital W, only this will be printed. So no small h, no small w. So whatever it is enclosed in the double quote, it will be printed as it is. Okay. So I hope the structure of the Java program is quite clear to you, right? Any questions? Println statements actually, it prints, and ln actually will not going to print anything. Okay, you do need to give the arguments in that. It might give an error. Okay, so either arguments or some codes, you need to give the data inside it. Okay, Diksha? Shivangi has asked the question, why main static? Well, we will deal such kind of questions in later classes, but for now, just keep that in mind that static here means that before creation of the object. Now here is a class oriented thing, okay, and also Java is object oriented. So there, obviously I have to create an object. Okay, so before creation of the object, my class should be instantiated. Okay, my main method should be called. So that is the reason why I make my main method as static. Okay, Shwangi. So we'll see the concept in later classes as well. Okay, so let's move to the data types concept. So before telling you what are the types of data types in Java, can you tell me what do you understand by data type? What meaning can you guess to this term, data type? So Shivangi has given an answer that the type of data that is to be stored. Okay. Do you know where we store the data? Anybody? Diksha, Shivangi, Vivek, anybody? Exactly. We store in the memory. So is it the unnamed memory or is the named memory? How do we give the location to the memory? So we have our variables. Okay, so let's get back to the definition first. So data type is the type of data that can be stored in a variable. So now here variable is the named memory location where my data will be stored. Okay, so the syntax in Java goes like, I have a data type. Okay, I have a variable and I have a literal. So it's not compulsory, it's pretty optional thing that you can declare it first and you can assign the values later on, or you can do the thing simultaneously as well. So data type variable is equal to literal. Can anybody tell me what do we mean by literal? It's a constant value. Okay, so we have, as you must be familiar with the alphabet, numerals, special characters. These all are constant data. Okay, so literal is a constant value. Okay, so for example, let's see an example. Int var is equal to 5. Okay, so we'll see the types of data types that we use in Java. So this is the syntax. Just follow the syntax, how to declare a variable. So we specify the data type first, then the variable name, and then the value that is to be stored in the variable. Okay, so can anybody tell me how many data types do we have in Java? If you have any idea. According to me, it's 4 primitive data types. If we look into the bigger categories. Okay. So we have four primitive data types in the Java. First is integer, then we have floating point, then we have boolean, and then we have character. Okay, and with each of them we have a specific notation that we're going to see just right now. Okay, so in the integer we have four data types that it is categorized into. So according to the increasing order, I'm going to write. Okay, so we have byte, then we have short, then we have int, and then we have long. Okay, so in today's class we're going to deal only with the integer data type, and later on in the next classes we're going to see other data types. Okay. So let's see the integer data type. So with each data type, we link certain attributes. Okay, so we have default values. Okay, we have default values. We have size. Size can be said as width as well. Okay, and how many size, or you can say it as width as well. Okay. Next we have is the range. Okay. So our first data type that we have to study is byte. So can anybody tell me what is the default value for it? So Praveer has given an answer that is 0. Absolutely right. The default value is 0. Okay. Shivangi, I'm not asking about the size. I'm asking what is the default value that is stored in the limit for the byte. Okay. So it is 0. Now what is the size of byte? It's 8 bits, right? Shivangi has given the previous answer as 8 bits, but the answer 8 bits is for the size. Okay. So can anybody tell me how many bytes will I get? How many bytes will I get from the 8 bits? Exactly. So Tisha has given the answer as 1 byte. Correct. Okay. And what is the range? So before calculating the range, let me tell you for integers how to calculate the range. Okay. So we have minus 2 to the power n minus 1. Okay. 2 to the power n minus 1, and again minus 1. Minus 1 is not in power. Okay. The last part. And here n is the number of bits, not bytes. Okay. So I have 8 bits. So what could be the range for it? Can anybody tell me now? Now I have given the formula over here. So can you tell me? Disha has given an answer that is minus 2 to the power 7 to 2 to the power 7 minus 1. Absolutely right. Okay. So next is our short. What is the default value here? 0, right? And what is the width or size of this data type? Can you tell me? As I have already told you that I am writing these data types in an increasing order. Okay. So obviously short data type will have the larger size. So it has 16 bits. Okay. And 16 bits make how many? 2 bytes. Right? I hope this is clear to you, Vivek, Diksha, Rohan, Praveer. Okay, so what could be the range now? According to the formula that we have calculated, what is the range? It will be minus 2 to the power 15 to 2 to the power 15 minus 1, right? Exactly. So Rohan has given us the same answer, that minus 2 to the power 15 to 2 to the power 15 minus 1. Okay. So our next data type is int. This is the most widely used because we actually extend the range of the numbers. We want to have as many as numbers that we can manipulate on. Okay. So int we have. So what is the default value? So we have our default value as 0. Okay. And what could be the size? Can anybody tell me the size of the int data type? So Disha has given. So Disha, is it 32 bits or 32 bytes? Exactly. So according to Disha, it's 32 bits, and it's absolutely correct. 32 bits, which makes how many bytes? It will give how many bytes to me? 32 bits is equivalent to how many bytes? It's 4. Okay, so we have 4 bytes. Now what will be the range? What will be the range over here? It will be minus 2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1, right? Okay, so I have simply applied the formula that you have already seen, that minus 2 to the power n minus 1. I have n as 32. Okay, so I'll get the minus 2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. Okay, so next we have the long. We have the default value as same, that is 0. Okay, and what is the size of long? It's 64 bits. Okay, so 64 bits give me 8 bytes, right? So what is the range for it? Now can anybody tell me what is the range for long? Praveer, Rohan, Deeksha, Vivek, what is the range of long? I suppose it's minus. So Deeksha has given the answer as minus 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. Absolutely right. Okay. So let's practice the questions over here so that you can have more clarity on their usage. Okay. And other data types will be discussed in the later on classes. Okay. So let me put the question over here so that we can practice it as well. So we have our method over here. Give me a minute, I will just put the question. So we have our public int compute 1, int x, int y. Okay, so this is a method. So I hope method you are clear with the concept of method. Okay, like I have a main method. I can even define my own method. Okay, so we'll start with the basic question and we'll reach through the toughest one. Okay, so that you can calculate it as that. So we have this statement. Now here you can see that I have a method as compute. Okay, compute 1. Okay, so this is the method compute 1. Okay, and I have a return type over here. So whenever I write a return type in front of a method, okay, that means I am expecting some value that will be returned to the main function. Okay, main method. And also you can see I have two values here. Okay, int x and int y. Okay, these parameters or these variables have been passed so that I can perform operations on these variables. Exactly. So Rohan has like given a statement that this will return integer. Of course, this will return an integer value. Okay. And to return, we need to have a return statement that we'll see as we'll go through the code. Okay. So now you can see in this first line, we have int sum is equal to x plus 5. Okay, x plus 5. So let me give some values so that we can execute it. Suppose I have compute 1, 5 and 10. Okay. So can anybody tell me what will be the value of x over here if we compare the syntax of the compute 1? What will be the value of x over here? It will be 5. Okay, so Diksha and Rohan has given us 5. Okay, correct. Then we have y. What will be the value in y? That will be 10. Correct. Okay. Now as you can see, we have some variables declared that is also integer type. Okay, and it actually stores the summation of the x plus y. Okay, x and y. So we have two variables x and y. I'm going to add them and I'm going to store the value in the sum. So what answer will I get in the sum? That will be 5 plus 10, right? And that will give me 15. Okay. Next, as you are already familiar with the system.out.println statement, so I'll have an output on my screen. Okay, so what will be my output now? In the previous Hello World program, we had double quotes. So in double quotes, whatever value, whatever sequence of characters we have, it will be printed on the screen. Now, however, do not have any double quotes. So whatever value I'll be having in that particular variable, okay, that will be shown on the screen. So my answer that will be printed on the screen will be 50. Okay, and as you can see, now we have a return statement. Okay, return statement is only returned when I have some return type of the method. Okay, so it will be returned to the place where it has been called. So we'll see in the next classes, okay, that how to call a function in main method. Okay, so return type is also, return value will also be 15. Okay, I hope this was the most basic question. I hope this is clear to you. Most of the students here must have studied operations, different operations in mathematics, right? Like we have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, we have division, right? And in Java or in programming language, we have one more symbol, that is modulo operator. Okay, so this modulo operator actually allows me to extract the remainder. When you use divide sign, okay, when you use forward slash, okay, we only get the quotient, right? But what if I want to have remainder? Okay, so for that I'll use modulus. So we'll see the example so that we can solve it one by one. So suppose I have compute 407. Okay. So what will be the value in x? Can you tell me? Can anybody tell me what will be the value of x here now? In previous it was 5. So what will be the value next now? It will be 100, right? So, and in y, what will be? Exactly, it will be 7. Okay. Now you can see that I have another variable that is y. Okay, and it has been already assigned a value 0. Okay. So we'll see the next statement. In the next statement, I'm assigning the summation of x and y in the val variable. So what will be my answer here? If I see the addition, okay, val is equal to x plus y. Okay, so x here is 100 plus 7. Okay, so I am on this statement, val is equal to x plus y. Okay, so what answer will I get? I'll get 107, right? I'll get 107 answer. Exactly. Okay, so I have next statement as x minus y. So I am performing here the subtraction. What will be my answer in val now? So we have our answer from Praveen and Rohan, that is 93. Absolutely, it will be 93. So 100 minus 7 will give me 93. Okay, so now initially my value was 107. Okay, now 93 will override the value 107, and now the permanent value stored in the val variable is 93. Okay, so I have my next operation as, what is my next operation? This is multiplication. So what will be my answer now? It will be 700. Absolutely right. Okay. So val is equal to 700. That is 100 into 7. So it will again override the previous value. So next is the division operation. See, okay. So we have our division operator over here. So what will be answer over here? What will be the new value in val? It will be 100 divided by 7. So what answer will I get? So we have two answers. One is from Shivangi, one is from Praveen. So Shivangi has given answer as 14. Okay. And Praveen has given answer as 14.2. So 14.2 is not valid, Praveen, because it's the integer. Okay, we are talking about integer, and as you must be knowing, or you might not be, okay, integer only contains the negative and positive numbers. Okay, no fractions, no decimal values. Okay, so my answer will be 14. So Shivangi, your answer is correct. Okay, so Praveen, 14.2 will not be the correct answer. It will be 14. Okay, Praveen. So now my final value is for now is 14. So my next operation is modulus. So as we have already learned that modulus is used to get remainder. So 100 modulus 7 will give me answer what? Absolutely. So that 0.2 will be the remainder. That means the 2 will be remainder. Okay. So that will give me 2. Okay. So now 2 is the permanent value. It has overridden all the previous values, and 2 is the final answer. Okay. So as you can see, I have my output statement as well over here. Right. So what will be the output statement now? What will be the value printed? It will be 2, and the return value will also be 2, right? Right. Okay. So I hope this is pretty much clear to you. So we'll see some more questions. So we have this question. Now I have the name of method as exert2. Okay, and I have two variables that are passed into the method, int num and int div. Okay, so here you can see I have a variable rem. Okay, that already stores the value of 25 modulus 7. So what will be the value in rem? What will the value in rem? It will be 25 modulus 7. So what will be the value? Okay, according to Disha, it should be 4. Is it right? Anybody else? Correct. Okay, so the answer is 4. Is it correct? So that means I have remainder as 4. 7 3s are 21. Okay, so we are left with 4. So now we do not have a output statement, so we're simply going to return the value 4 to the place where it has been called. Okay, so our next example, where I have multiple output statements so that it will be clear to you. We have this. An example is compute 2, 10 and 40. Okay, so can anybody give me the answer of the first line? As you can see, I have my first line as an output statement. Okay, so what will be the output? So Disha has asked the question, so why always returning? So when we include the return statement, Diksha, we always have to return a value. Okay, and also if I have written the return statement over here, we should always check that we have a return type as well. So it should be the same return type as we are returning the value. Okay, so if I am going to write void, okay, suppose I do not want any return value, I'm going to write void over here. So in this case, it will give an error to me because I'm not expecting any value and still I have written return statement. Okay, so if I'm going to remove this, so my error will be removed. Okay, so reason, if I want some value to be returned, I'll write the return type as well. Okay, so according to the return type, I'm going to include the return statement as you can see. Okay, Diksha, I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so what will be the output? Now output previously it was given by others like it will be 10, right? So system or out.println x. Now x is here 10. Now you can also see that I have a statement that is x equals to 10. So initially I was having value 10, so it will be overwritten by 10 only. So x equals to 10 again. Okay. Next statement is again an output statement. So what will be output now? It will be 10 again, right? Because it still prints the x value. Okay. So next we have is the sum variable. In sum, I store the addition of x and y. So what will be the answer in sum? Now I have x equals to 10 and y is 40. So it will give me 50. Absolutely. Okay. And again I have the print statement. Now here the print statement prints the sum, not x. Okay. So what value will be printed after 10? It will be 50. Exactly. Correct. Okay. So I hope everybody is getting through the problem over here. So we have 10, 10 and 50. Okay. So our next statement is the return statement, and return statement will going to return what? The sum value to the place where it has been called. So it will be 50. Right? I hope this is quite clear to you. Okay. So if you have any queries, we'll see the rest of the concepts in the later classes. Okay. I hope you'll be able to solve, you will practice your virtual labs now. Okay. At least ready to the interior concept. Okay. And if you have any queries, you can contact the person as well. Okay. You can contact on this email. contact@sciences.in. Okay, so if you have any queries, any doubts related to anything, okay, you can put the query over here. You can email us on this particular ID. Okay, so hope to see you in the next class as well. So do take care of yourself. Okay, bye.